In February 2016, nearly $1 billion quietly disappeared. No guns, no explosions, no masked robbers. Just a few lines of code, and one of the most sophisticated financial systems in the world was exposed. This was not a movie plot. This was real. And somehow, most people have never heard the full story. This is the billion-dollar heist no one talks about. At the center of the global financial system sits a network most people don't even know exists. It's called SWIFT, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Every day, trillions of dollars move through this system. Governments use it. Banks trust it. The global economy depends on it. SWIFT doesn't move money itself. It moves messages, instructions that tell banks where to send funds. And in 2016, hackers realized something terrifying. If you control the messages, you control the money. Their target was unexpected. Not a major Wall Street bank, not a global financial powerhouse, but the central bank of Bangladesh. The hackers waited patiently. They studied routines, time zones, human behavior. Then, during a quiet weekend when offices were empty and oversight was low, they struck. Dozens of transfer requests were sent from Bangladesh's central bank account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The instructions looked legitimate. They followed the correct format. They used valid credentials. In total, the hackers attempted to steal nearly $1 billion. Most of the transfers were blocked, flagged by minor spelling errors and unusual destinations. But 5 transfers went through. A total of $81 million vanished. Not with alarms, not with sirens, just silence. The stolen money didn't sit still. It moved fast through accounts, shell companies, and casinos. Within hours, the funds were being laundered through the Philippines, converted into cash, and dispersed. By the time alarms were raised, the money was already gone. What shocked investigators wasn't just the theft, it was the precision. The hackers understood banking workflows, compliance delays, human psychology. This wasn't a smash and grab. It was financial warfare. Here is where the story becomes almost unbelievable. At Bangladesh's central bank, a printer malfunction played a critical role. Transaction confirmations, which should have printed automatically, never appeared. For hours, no one realized what was happening. By the time employees manually checked the system, the weekend was over. The delays were small, but in global finance, minutes matter. Those minutes cost tens of millions of dollars. You would expect a crime of this scale to dominate headlines forever, but it didn't. Why? Because exposure would have shaken confidence in the global banking system. If people believed central banks weren't safe, trust could collapse. Governments stayed quiet. Institutions pointed fingers. Responsibility was blurred. The story slowly faded from public attention, but the consequences didn't. Investigators eventually connected the attack to a highly sophisticated cyber group. Evidence suggested state-level capabilities. This wasn't about quick money. It was about testing defenses, proving power, exposing weaknesses. In modern warfare, tanks aren't always necessary. Sometimes the battlefield is a bank server. Despite years of investigations, only a fraction of the stolen money was ever recovered. Most of it vanished permanently. Insurance disputes followed, legal battles dragged on, and quietly, the global banking system made changes. Stronger security, better monitoring, new protocols. But the truth remained uncomfortable. The system everyone trusted had failed. This wasn't just a robbery. It was a warning. In a world where money is digital, wealth moves faster than law. Crime leaves no fingerprints, and power belongs to those who understand systems. The biggest thefts don't look dramatic. They look normal. That's what makes them dangerous. The real billion-dollar heist wasn't just the money. It was the theft of confidence. Confidence that banks are untouchable. Confidence that systems are secure. Confidence that someone is always watching. Because the truth is, the biggest crimes don't always end with arrests. Some end with silence. And that's why most people never talk about this one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden money, power, and untold financial stories, subscribe to Money and Power Stories. Because behind every system we trust, there is always a vulnerability waiting to be discovered.